I still see your shadows in my room. Can't take back the love that I give you. It's to the point where I put you on the poll every freaking week and no one will pick you. Easier said than done. I thought you would have won. Listen to the poll instead of my heart. You found another week, another top 5 video that Soldier gets absolutely no love in. Last week for Torbjorn's top... I'm still surprised I did Torbjorn's top 5 skins. For that video, I had you guys vote between the top 5 best Pharah skins versus Soldier. You already know who's gonna be winning every single week from now. I'm accepting it, and hopefully you are. Today, we're looking at Pharah's top 5 best skins. But before we get on to her skins, you should already know what's coming up, where I tell you guys who you guys vote for next week. I do the stupid little red arrow with a circle or a transition, and I have you guys vote for next week's top 5 video. And I thought long and hard, I'm kidding y'all, I thought like for 5 seconds of who I want on this poll. Soldier 76 versus Junkrat. Vote in the top right hand corner for next week's top 5 video. I thought this would have been a cute little versus. You know, with Soldier, you actually have to aim, where with Junkrat, you can blindfold yourself, use your toes on the controller or keyboard and mouse, and still hit all of your shots with Junkrat. So that's my cute little versus for this week's top 5 video. But now that we got next week's top 5 video all planned out, ready to go, let's look at Pharah's top 5 best skins. Which, in terms of her skins, she has a lineup of respectable skins. They're not the flashiest, but they're ones that really just complement her character. Someone who's very reserved, but who's still very BA. So they're not the flashiest, but they're still ones that people can look at and be like, yeah, I really like that one. So let's get on with the list. Beginning our list at number 5 is a skin that on the surface already looks fantastic, but if you look at the story behind the skin, it makes it even better, and this is gonna be Thunderbird. This is one of 2 Native American inspired skins, Rain Dancer and Thunderbird, but I just like Thunderbird a lot better just because of the color scheme. Red and white really complement each other rather than just brown and blue. It's not a bad looking skin, but Thunderbird, way better. So first, looking at the skin on the surface, it is such a beautiful rendition of the mythology creature, the Thunderbird. Her wings is painted to have like Native American inspired art. Her face obviously has face paint, and also her helmet. Obviously, it's supposed to represent the Thunderbird creature from Native American culture. But it's really the story behind the Thunderbird creature that made me want to even put it on this list, because the skin itself, it's fantastic, don't get me wrong, but the story behind the Thunderbird in Native American culture is supposed to represent power and strength, which is exactly what Pharah is all about. Again, she's not the most outgoing, she's not the most out there, but she's really to herself, but still very powerful. She's a very strong woman, and that's why I really like this skin and why it's so fitting for the character Pharah. But now moving on to the 4th best Pharah skin is a skin I constantly find myself going to, especially on very, very bright maps, and this is gonna be Frostbite. Coming with the 2016 winter event came Pharah's first ever event skin, and this was one for the taking. Like, this is a skin that you had to get, even if you weren't really a Pharah main, just because of the design of it. It looks fantastic. But the best part about the skin, which I mentioned for every epic skin on a list, is that it was only an epic skin. So when this skin dropped, you only had to drop 750 bones to buy this. So being a Pharah main, to get this fantastic skin at a discounted price was one of the best things ever. But every single time the winter event comes back around, now you only have to drop 250 credits to get this skin, and you get a very flashy skin. Again, I'm going to say this throughout the whole entire video, that Pharah doesn't have the flashiest, but out of all of her skins, this is probably one of, if not the most outgoing skin that she has. With the obvious light blue color palette that you see throughout the whole entire skin, with additions of ice spikes on her shoulders and arms, with the final touch of that frost effect. This is the one thing that makes me just fall in love with all the frost skins, the Sombra skin, the Reaper skin, and now finally the Pharah skin, is that little tiny effect that you see throughout the skin. It's just something that is so tiny, but I love. But a reason why I constantly find myself going back to the skin, other than the fact that it looks amazing, is that this is the closest quote-unquote pay-to-win skin in Overwatch. And yes, I know most skins in the game aren't paid to win, but if you're attacking on Watchpoint Gibraltar and you have this light blue skin and you're flying right in front of the sun, you're gonna stick out less than, say, if you're wearing a darker skin, because you're gonna kind of camouflage with the very bright sun. Again, it's not that much of an advantage, but if you're going to be flying in the sky on a very bright map, what are you going to want to wear? A very bright skin or a very dark skin? Well, you're going to contrast with the lighter colors of the map. So that's why I use the skin sometimes on Attack Watch Point Gibraltar, is because, well, I blend in with the light. And also because I suck with Pharah, so I want any bit of advantage that I can get. But now we made it to the middle of the list of the top 5 best Pharah skins. Claiming the third spot is going to be a skin that I love, but I just had to put it at number 3 because the other 2 were better, and this is going to be Possessed. This is the one epic skin I always find myself using more than Frostbite or all of her other skins, but this is just a personal opinion, and again, with these lists, I try not to let my own opinions heavily dictate this list. Again, this is my video, so obviously I'm going to have my own taste to it, but I know the top 2 skins are designed way better than this one, but that doesn't make this one a bad skin, so let's just get right into it. So it's a very simple concept. She's Pharah, but she's a demon-possessed Pharah girl. Not in that exact context, but you get what I'm trying to say. It's obviously shown in her face. She's completely whited out. In her eyes, she has no pupils. She's supposed to represent a possessed zombie, creature, whatever the case may be, but it's the effects that you see throughout the skin, and that is so unique to this one that you don't see in any other skin, and it's that, like, I don't know, that shadowy purple effect. I don't know what to call it, but I love it. I just really like how that effect complements the gradient color palette that you see throughout the skin. It's somewhat similar to Frostbite, but just the Halloween version of it. And that's all I really need to say about the skin. The color palette's on point, the effect is beautiful, and also the design is very unique compared to her other skins, but also just all the Overwatch skins, which I think is the reason why I constantly use this skin, is because no other skin really has that like demon dark effect other than just Possessed. And also it's an epic skin, so when it first dropped, 750, and now every single time the Halloween event comes around, which is right around the corner, it's only going to cost 700, or not 700, 250 credits. So I think this was one of the first skins I bought when the Halloween event came around a second time, just because, man, it's so simple, but very, very beautiful. But now we're at number 2 for the top 5 best Pharah skins. Originally I had this at number 3, but I just looked at it more and more, and this is gonna be ASP. Coming with the Blizzard World event, which really wasn't an event, I just call it an event because it came with a new map, a new hero, a new set of skins. It was an event in my eyes, came this beautiful skin that pays homage to her heritage. So once again, this is another skin that has a story behind it, but at first, I didn't know what ASP meant. Again, I'm not the smartest dude in the world, we all know that, so I had to look up what ASP meant, which is how I found out that there's a story behind the skin. I mean, look at it, you knew there was something inspired from this skin, but ASP is just another word for Aspis, which is supposed to represent all the different venomous snakes in the Nile region, which, I mean, no surprise there. You come to expect a skin that is designed like this to have heavy ties with snakes or just the Egyptian culture, but it doesn't stop there, because overall this is just one big symbol from the Egyptian dynasty, which is supposed to represent royalty, which once again really does fit Pharah. She's very strong, but she also has that royalty flair to it. Again, hopefully I'm correct with all this. I'm not trying to offend anyone by being wrong. I'm just trying to be correct with all these heavily inspired skins, especially when it comes to Pharah. But from the design aspect, one word to describe this is beautiful. I love this skin. I love the Egyptian culture inspiration when it comes to it. I love the snake on her helmet with the wings, but it's her gun. When I was looking at this gun at the third spot, I was like, man, this gun is too beautiful to put at the middle of the list, so I had to put it at number 2. The gun has a similar design, like with her helmet. At the tip of it has the head of a snake with the snake scales, or the cobra, I don't know what you would call it. The things on the cobra that makes him look more menacing is also there too, with the wings at the back end of it. But the one tiny detail that I just now noticed when recording this video that threw it at number 2 is the snake biting down on the rockets. This is the thing that holds her rockets, and I love that design aspect. I just love the design of the skin, and overall just love the character Pharah. I don't get to play her that much because, well, I get shot by literally every single hit scan in the world, but I just love her character, man. It's just, man, I just love Overwatch, and I love Pharah. And after all that, you think that would be the best Pharah skin, but guys, it's not. There's a better skin. This skin has an amazing design. Her helmet is fantastic. Her gun's even better, and even her eyes. Her eyes are beautiful, something that I never thought I would pay attention to in a skin. At number 1 came the Chinese New Year exclusive skin, Qing Long. I really hope I pronounced that right, because it had such an epic build-up, but since I don't want to butcher these Chinese New Year names, I had an awkward pause right there. The 2018 Chinese New Year event skin is going to be taking the #1 spot. This is one of 4 Chinese New Year skins that are supposed to represent different Chinese mythological creatures. And I think that's just why I love Pharah so much, is that there's always usually a story behind most of her skins, where compared to other heroes, including Mei, you don't really get that aspect. And this has heavy ties in the Chinese New Year event, which I love. It's supposed to represent the dragon. There was 3 other creatures included, which was a phoenix, a white tiger, and a serpent with Zarya. And that dragon is clearly represented with that blue logo that you see spinning in the middle, and also her freaking helmet. Her helmet is constantly changing with all these skins, and I love her helmet. I loved it with Thunderbird, I love it with ASP, but especially this one. She has a dragon helmet, y'all. Okay, a freaking dragon helmet. How can you not like that? She is literally a flying dragon raining down justice and killing me as soldier because, oh, pharmacy is so OP. Why aren't you shooting the fair? I'm trying. Maybe if you replace Zenyatta, maybe that would help. But the cherry on top, the sprinkles on the ice cream cone, and the whipped cream in the milkshake, which I do not like, is her gun. Her gun is what solidified this skin at the #1 spot. It's similar design like with ASP with a serpent, but instead of a serpent, it's a freaking dragon. At the tip of it, you obviously see the dragon with the big teeth, and then the wings, and then the cloudy design with the dragon scale. But when I saw the skin with the gold gun for the first time, I cried because I do not have the skin unlocked on my Smurf account. If you guys don't know, I have the Pharah gold gun on my YOU WACK account, which I often forget about because, well, I don't play on my YOU WACK account. So when I saw it, I almost wrote Jeff Kaplan letter being like, yo, listen, I've been playing Overwatch for such a long time, making Overwatch videos. Just give me Qing Long, man. I just want the skin on my Smurf account. So when the Chinese New Year event comes around in like, what, 4 months, I'm gonna try my hardest to grind for the skin. It's only gonna be 1,000 credits, but it's gonna be worth it, man. Oh, one thing I forgot, her eyes. Yes, if you have eyes like this, DM me on Twitter real quick. And that is my list of the top 5 best Pharah skins. Pharah is one of my favorite heroes, and after looking at all these skins and after looking at the stories behind it, made me appreciate the hero so much more. Appreciate some of the cultures that inspired a lot of these skins. So anyway guys, let me know what your favorite Pharah skin is down below. That's what the comment section is for. You guys might disagree with my list, but hey, that's what top 5 videos are for. They're supposed to make you angry, even though they're just all for fun. So anyway guys, I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you vote for next week's top 5 video, and I'll see you for the top 5 best Junkrat skins. I love you guys, and bye.